Most people think you have to go to New York or LA to cut a CD or produce a commercial. But cutting-edge technology exists right here in the Lehigh Valley at a brand new recording studio in Bethlehem. Thanks to our partnership with Lehigh Valley Style magazine, Aaron Flynn introduces us to the man behind the musical vision.
Welcome to the sounds and sights of Angel Mountain.
It's an 18,000 square foot facility. It's got 3 dedicated audio control rooms, really arguably 5 if you count a mixed theater and my writing composition area. It's got 2 video edit suites.
This is a Midtown Manhattan facility in the middle of Pennsylvania Dutch farm country.
The Lehigh Valley boasts a state-of-the-art recording studio thanks to the vision of Bethlehem native Gary Sloyer. For a long time, he worked out of this studio attached to his home, but he ran out of space.
1997, 98, something like that, I started adding staffs. So what was to be a client lounge game room eventually became a composition suite and a video editing suite. What was originally a teaching room became an office for pro audio retailers.
Now Gary can drink a cup of coffee in peace in his kitchen. His workspace isn't spilling into his home anymore. Gary doesn't spend a lot of time relaxing. He's a composer at heart, and his new office lets him play. Gary's always been in tune with harmonies. His interest hit a high note his sophomore year in high school.
I was as much drawn to the composition and arranging and what was it about this song that I liked but this song that I didn't care for. And, you know, why am I thinking about this player when I'm not thinking about the melody and things like that? I was very intrigued by that, so it was music theory that kind of allowed me to see the inside of that.
He's a great composer. That's his strongest attribute. He probably didn't even talk about that about himself, but it's the #1 thing that impresses me the most about him is his compositional skills. He's awesome. He's a great writer.
Music alone isn't enough for Gary Sloyer. His composing skills are impressive, and so's his new studio. The move from old to state-of-the-art is paying off.
The word is definitely out about Angel Mountain, and we get calls from people that want to come over and see it.
Josh Nice sings lead for an up-and-coming regional band, Negative Space. They cut their first CD at Angel Mountain.
Kind of got like one of those feelings, like we're an up-and-coming regional band, so you kind of get like one of those feelings when you walk in that you're like not even worthy, you shouldn't even be touching anything, you know what I mean?
This is the main studio proper and scoring stage. Up to a 50-piece orchestra can fit in here, or just a solo artist. It's also where they record scores for film and TV.
Each room in the facility is crafted to produce the best sound possible. An acoustical architect designed Angel Mountain to produce heavenly melodies.
Can you create 4 tracks that have been processed so we can ref back?
While there's plenty of room for recording artists, there's also room for producers, like Universal Records' Jeff Glixman. He makes artists sound better through 5.1 surround sound mixing.
Our first project was Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. We moved from there to the Allman Brothers Live at the Fillmore East, which was another great classic record.
Glixman, along with Carl Cadden James, the studio's director of engineering, take the extraneous sounds out of the original recordings, clean it up, and give the songs a better sound.
Stop right where you are. Right for those dun, dun, dun. Can we send more reverb?
It's when you get done and you pop a disc in after it's mastered and you get a ref pressing, and you listen and go, oh, wow, it was enjoyable. And they're all a blast.
I've always liked places like this. You know, to me it's like to be able to get away from everything and not have the distractions. I have enough distractions without having to have other artists, record company people, managers, and everybody else dropping by. So it works really well for me.
Like Glixman, people who use the facility marvel at its sharp look and sophisticated hardware. It's still sinking in for owner Gary Sloyer that his dream came true.
It's a very surreal experience. Sometimes it's almost difficult for me to take it seriously. Sometimes it's hard for me to know what's still in my head and what I'm actually walking around and leaning up against.
He hasn't done it for himself. or it's not anything personal for him. Yes, it was a dream and a vision from a long time ago, but I really believe that he did it for all of us.
The sights and sounds of Angel Mountain are composed in the Lehigh Valley, but touch the ears and souls of people everywhere. For Tempo, I'm Erin Flynn reporting.
You can read more about Angel Mountain in the latest issue of Lehigh Valley Style magazine.